and I came up with the top 10 reasons that humans stress and become anxious. So according to the Social Anxiety Institute, these are the top 10. Relationships, social situations, being misunderstood by others, moving, I'll talk about that later, lack of meaningful relationships, choosing the wrong career path. Now this is what most high school students worry about. Because ever since middle school, we've been told that we need to know what we need to do with our lives. What we want to do with our lives, where we're going to go. We were told that when you get to high school, you're going to have to pick out this elective path. And this path is going to determine where you go to college. And where you go to college and your path is going to determine what you major in. And that's going to determine your vocation in life. So basically, in middle school, they told us plan your life. That right there, number 5, started way too early. Yeah, you should be a little anxious about what you're doing with your life, but not when you're in 6th grade. Number 4, formal events, much like social situations. Number 3, our own shortcomings. We all deal with that. Number 2, how we can compare to others, much like shortcomings. And number 1, feeling unable to do things. This is the root of all anxiety, because number 1 relates back to every other one. Number 1 tells us that we can't succeed in this social situation, and we can't succeed in this formal event, and we can't move, or all these other things, or we don't have the skills that everyone else has, so we're not as good as them. That's what number 1 tells us. But as far as number 1 goes, in Philippians, verse 4:13, it says, I can do all things through him, or through Christ, who strengthens me. Now, I've heard it said that doesn't apply. You can't say that here. You know, this is just school. This is just this. This is just that. Christ can't help me here. And what I want to say is, all that you have to do is believe that verse. And I've heard it said many times by many people, if you believe a part of the Bible, if you believe this verse or this stuff, or you believe in Jesus and you believe in this, how can you not believe in the whole Bible? How can you not believe in every single verse? Every single verse and what everything that God has to say to us. If you believe in part of it, you believe in all of it. So just believe that Christ will strengthen you in all things. And what that means is, the God that made the world, who made you, who knows how many hairs are on your head and how many hairs are on your neighbor's head, who cares about you, who loves you, will strengthen you in anything that is in his will for you. It doesn't mean that you can go fly. It doesn't mean that you can literally do all things, like I'm going to just fly through the ceiling and go to wherever. What it means is that the will that he has for you, the plan he has set out for you, what he wants you to do in life, how you can glorify him, anything that will get you further along that path, you can do. Let's move on to Philippians 4:4-7. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, get that right there, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Wow. See, here, I'm going to dissect this sentence by sentence. The first sentence, third word, reasonableness. It's connoted as not extreme or excessive. So Basically, what that means is, like I said before, anxiety is not illogical. In moderation, it's normal. When you're reasonable about it and you have a reasonableness about you, it makes sense to be a little nervous about things because it means you care about them. That's when it makes sense. That's when you know that you're anxious because you care about it. When you're reasonable. And within my Bible, I had the Lord is at hand, a box. It reminded me, some time ago, when I picked this out, probably 2 weeks ago, I was having anxiety about this. I was having anxiety about writing this here for you guys. And I boxed that in that moment to remind myself that the Lord was at hand. So this morning, when I turned to that page and I saw it was boxed, it reminded me, He's here. This isn't me. Why am I anxious? Why am I nervous? And that peace that surpasses all understanding, it was there. I have it. I have it. I will have it. Because I just stopped for a moment and I prayed about it. I was the only person in here. It was dark, no lights on. Well, it was a few lights, hard to see. And I just prayed and I asked for that peace that surpasses all understanding. See what that means is you can't comprehend it. So when you tell other people, you don't understand my anxiety, you don't get it. You don't understand it. You don't understand me. You don't know me. You don't understand what God can do for you. So when you tell someone else, I don't understand, you don't understand that I can't be fixed and I can't quell this. I don't. God does. How am I supposed to understand it? It literally says I'll never understand. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding. And it will guard your heart and your mind. So when you hear yourself say that and you say, wow. Dude, stop. You're not helping. You don't know what I'm going through. I get anxious. It takes me over. I'm shaking. You don't even know. You're a calm guy. You don't get it. Of course I don't. You don't get it either. Pray for it. You'll get it. And even though I have it and I have that peace, I still don't get it. And I never will. Like I said, those are human things. Just like anxiety is a human thing. But when we elevate our thinking above that, and we think about the God that made us, and the God that has a plan for us to prosper, I can't even tell you. I'm trying to tell you right now, but I can't because I don't understand it. Let's just move on.